Chào mừng quý vị đã đến với phần 2 của câu chuyện kinh doanh.
Chỉ chưa đầy một năm, Wall Street English đã có 2 trung tâm dạy Anh ngữ tại Việt Nam. Trung tâm đầu tiên đặt tại số 21 Lê Quý Đôn, quận 3, thành phố Hồ Chí Minh và hiện có hơn 1.400 học viên. Trung tâm thứ hai đặt tại lầu 3 Pico Plaza, số 20 Cộng Hòa, quận Tân Bình, thành phố Hồ Chí Minh. Cũng giống như các trung tâm Wall Street English khác trên thế giới, 2 trung tâm tại Việt Nam áp dụng dạy tiếng Anh dành cho người lớn, đã phát triển qua hơn 40 năm và đã giảng dạy thành công cho hơn 2 triệu học viên toàn cầu. Lớp học tại đây được thiết kế tối đa 4 người, giảng dạy bởi giáo viên nước ngoài tốt nghiệp từ các trường đại học nói tiếng Anh và có chứng chỉ quốc tế về dạy tiếng Anh cho người lớn như CELTA, TESOL. Môi trường học tập và giao tiếp tại Wall Street English hoàn toàn bằng tiếng Anh. Phương pháp học tiếng Anh hiệu quả dành riêng cho người lớn, giúp học viên không bỏ lỡ một buổi học nào dù là người bận rộn. Học viên của Wall Street English có thể học tiếng Anh bất cứ khi nào và bất kể khi nào muốn học suốt 7 ngày trong tuần và 11 tiếng mỗi ngày với khóa học 12 tháng không giới hạn tại đây.
Mình thấy môi trường ở đây là toàn bộ đều giao tiếp bằng tiếng Anh. Các thầy cô ở đây rất thân thiện. Và mình cảm thấy sau khi mình học được khoảng thời gian cũng khá lâu là 5 đến 6 tháng, mình thấy cái khả năng tiếng Anh của mình được cải thiện hơn. Mình có thể giao tiếp đối với mọi người.
Sau khi mình đã đăng ký là học viên của trường Wall Street English thì qua một khoảng thời gian rất là ngắn thì mình cũng học, mình thấy giao tiếp cũng rất là tốt và tự tin hơn. Môi trường ở đây thì rất là tốt, sạch sẽ và các thầy cô ở đây cũng rất là thân thiện với sinh viên học viên.
Michel, welcome to this second part of the show. Well, as we know that it's easier for anyone to learn English when you little. But your strategy is to teach only grown-up. So there must be a special way for you to teach efficiently because it's so difficult to teach adults.
Yes, but it's strange enough you mentioned kids, because the way we teach English at Wall Street is the natural way, like you learn your native language.
Right.
So we don't give you words to read just to remember like that. We put our students in what we call a total English environment. And then it's like if they are in New York and they see situation, they hear situations, and they have to guess what the words mean. And we help them. So, for example, if you were in New York today and I ask you what time is it, and I show my watch, you'll probably guess that I'm asking for the time. And your brain will probably remember, okay, what time means, okay. When you are a kid, that's how you learn your language. You know, you observe your parents, you listen to them, and then the brain slowly remember the words. If your mom says, okay, you should drink, as a kid, you don't know if she means this is a cup, water, or drink. But it's only because she put the water in your mouth and she says drink that your brain remember drink means water in the mouth. And then when you've seen that situation 2 or 3 times, you remember it. Okay. When you're a kid, you are not given a list of words to remember. Your mom doesn't say, okay, today you're going to learn this. No, it's natural. That's how we teach at Wall Street. Our multimedia method works. You come to the multimedia lab, you see situations, you listen to situations you hear, and you have to guess maybe what this word means, and you have to remember it.
Right.
And then we give you exercise to make sure you remember. And then when you see the teachers, then after that you have some exercise on your books again, where you review these words, and then you see the teachers who will validate and check you got it. And then we have these clubs, we call them social clubs, English clubs, where you can come whenever you want.
So just saying that if a Vietnamese executive, like a 50 years old person, comes into your center and say, I don't know anything about English, but I want to be able to speak within 6 months to 1 year, is it doable? You think Wall Street can teach that person how to speak English within that short time period?
It depends on the person. If the same executive comes to me and say, I want to be a good golfer in 6 months, I would say, you can, but it depends how often you practice. Now, if he says, okay, I want flexibility to practice whenever I want, then I say you have a chance. And this is what Wall Street offers. You can come whenever you want, from 10 o'clock to 9 p.m., and you can even practice at home, okay, through internet. So if they're ready to practice a lot, they will learn very quickly. What I guarantee is that the method is very efficient.
Right. Okay, at Wall Street, we know that all of your teachers are certified and native English speakers. Do you think it's your advantage of attract more students to your school? Because I think it's the best way to study English is to learn from the native English speakers.
Yes, I think it's a big plus. We are very strict. All our teachers are native. They are American, they are English, they are Australian, or from New Zealand. They all have a bachelor degree,
okay,
and they all have a certificate to teach English as a second language. So we're very strict with that. Plus, they're trained by us for 1 month to understand how the Wall Street method works. So I would say that the quality of our teachers is what makes us different. But it's not the main reason. The reason is the Wall Street method. Remember the fact that it's a total English environment. You can come whenever you want. When you are in the school, you don't waste your time. Every hour is optimized. And of course, when you see the teachers, okay, they are qualified people. But we do not encourage our teachers to speak much. We encourage our teachers to make the students speak and coach them and guide them. Okay. Give them confidence to speak. At the end, it's all about confidence. We are adults, we are not kids.
Well, at your school, there's an interesting point that students learn how to speak and read before they learn how to write. Is that correct?
Yes, speak first, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that is very different from traditional method here in Vietnam. Usually in Vietnam, we learn how to write, read,
yes,
and speak.
Yes, yes.
So why do you have this approach?
Because our approach is more effective. It's the natural way. I mean, when you were a kid, you didn't learn your language by writing. Your mom didn't give you a piece of paper and a pen and say, write after me. She spoke to you, and she asked you to repeat, drink, or coffee, or water, or milk. She doesn't ask you to write. And I don't know why one day, maybe 100 years ago, somebody decided that to learn the language, you have to write.
All right, Michel, you say that 97% success, you speak English or your money back. I think that's a very confident statement that you're saying. 97%? How did you come up with that statistic?
Okay, the first survey was done in France, where Wall Street has been there for more than 30 years.
Right.
And so they checked all the students who follow the Wall Street method, meaning they study 4 hours per week, and they follow the method of going to the multimedia center, doing their exercise, having a class with the teachers. And they realized that 97% of them were reaching their goals. I mean, they did that on thousands of students. And then I did the same in Thailand. I said, okay, let's double check that. And then other countries did it.
Thank you, Michel.
You're welcome.
In the last part of the show, we will talk a little bit more about the growth and the forecast of the English education market in Vietnam.
Okay, thank you.
Quý vị vừa theo dõi phần 2 của câu chuyện kinh doanh, chúng tôi sẽ quay lại phần cuối cùng trong ít phút nữa.